Welcome to Sportsmania. Yes, we're back. We're back with the Champions League action this time, following great Premier League coverage. I am back as well. Welcome to Sportsmania. Let's go for the Champions League quarterfinals.
Priceless gem!
Right, welcome to the show. Yes, let's go with Champions League quarterfinals. Plenty to talk about, definitely. Let's introduce the panel first. We have, from the podcast, Dan.
We do,
How's
yeah.
it going,
The
Dan?
Liverpool
Yes.
fan.
Yes, we had you on the
it's good,
podcast. You're now
thanks.
onto our YouTube channel. Good to have you back. We've got a debut for Connor. How's it going, mate? Connor?
Oh, hello. Hello. I was wondering if I was muted there. Nice to be here, first time. Can't wait to talk about the Champions League.
Good, excellent. And of course, it's the usual squad. George, how's it going?
I'm all right, mate. How you doing? I should be put in for overtime. You know what I mean? I've already been on
I was going to say, you've been everywhere. Yeah, I've had a holiday, and then you've been off. You've been on going on, mate.
I don't even get paid for this, guys. So, like, if you want to allow me to get paid, so I can have some food or something, just keep hitting the subscribe
button. Pay you for your McDonald's if you want. And of course, producer Austin, how's it going?
I am doing very well, Hubert. How are you? Welcome back. It is a pleasure to have you back.
Yes, I've been to Chile Portsmouth and then a few bit.
Yeah. Chile
Portsmouth. Yes, I'm back now, ready to go, and let's kick off with the Champions League. So, first, I guess we'll start with Liverpool Benfica, that quarterfinal. So, quite easy first leg in Portugal, really. And then you didn't really manage it, but you sort of did try to throw it away yesterday at Anfield. But because of your aggregate lead, that has helped certainly. What did you think of the game? Both legs.
I mean, the first game, I'd say we did really well. I think it was probably a top performance. The second one, I looked at the squad and I was actually quite interested. It looked like there was quite a few changes that had been made, and I kind of got the impression that back four, where it had been so changed, just weren't used to each other, if that makes any sense. I mean, they weren't bad in any way, but it's just you normally have that sort of calmness where they're composed, and we should have been shutting them out really. But it's like you said, we tried to throw it away. It's almost like we were saying, "Well, we've got a lead, come and get us."
Now, with Liverpool, I mean, they did really well, George. You have to say that. But Benfica, I mean, no one expected them to be tough at all, but they did try their best. I mean, what would you think of Benfica's attempts, George, in both legs, especially the one at Anfield, where people probably thought Liverpool would roll them over because it's the great Anfield European nights.
I knew you'd come to me about them Scousers because I don't like them that much.
I'll come to everyone, really. Everyone does.
So I did some previous shows. I didn't think Benfica would be that easy. I think Benfica have got a decent side. So I'm getting really distracted because obviously we're that clever. We've done a Champions League show when all the Europa League games on, and there's been about 4 goals in about 3 different games in about 2 seconds. Yeah, Barcelona are losing 1-0.
Oh wow, excellent.
That's what I like to see. And
tell me West Ham losing.
Rangers are 2-0 up.
What? 2? Wow.
Okay. And Roma has just scored in the Conference League. Tammy Abraham. There you go. Who needs Sky Sports? Sportsmania's here.
Cool.
Exactly. You're not only getting
Jeff.
Champions League chat, but you're also getting goal alerts. Hey.
So Liverpool. I think they had it like another time. We're going to talk about the first. All right, so VAR check. Rangers is 1-0.
Okay.
So
Thank you, John Murray.
The Liverpool in the first leg was really good. I thought they'd edge it through, but I didn't think it'd be 3-0 in the second one, though.
I don't think anyone expected that.
No, but that Darwin Núñez, he won't be at Benfica in the summer. Like, he'll be in the Premier League.
Yeah,
I'm not sure where, but I'd love him at Arsenal.
He has been linked with Arsenal.
Depends where we finish, I suppose. But
He's been linked with everyone.
All the top clubs he's been linked with, like Liverpool, Arsenal. I think he was linked with Chelsea. They've even linked him with little clubs like Newcastle, Spurs. So yeah, he could go any of them places. But fair play to Benfica. They tested Liverpool, like you say, famous Anfield library atmosphere on European nights. So I don't know. Like, I think I've said originally I thought it was a Liverpool City final, so I'll kind of stick to that.
Well, Connor, what did you think? I mean, Benfica have been a bit of a surprise package because a lot of people, didn't think they would probably get out of their group at first, and then, they've done quite well. And on the other hand, what's your thought on Liverpool? How far do you think they can go? Can they go? Can they, go to the final now, based on who they've got?
I would have said the other day that I would not be surprised to see Liverpool in the final. And although I still have that view, I have to say I was really shocked by not even just the score, but the fact they were at home as well. Liverpool never tend to do that sort of, get that sort of result at home. It would be the other way around, I'd expect. Normally they would, blow Benfica away at home and then, draw in the second leg or whatever it would be. But yeah, I think definitely I could see a Liverpool City final. It's not out of the question at all. I think they have more than have the potential to win it. In a way, I'd be surprised if they don't get to the final, to be honest with you, considering the competition. They'd certainly deserve it. I think they, we can all agree they've worked hard in the season. Even you, George, who doesn't like the Scousers very much, but I think you can.
They
all
do
agree
deserve it.
I couldn't tell that, to be fair. He hates it.
He hates them.
It's just their fans,
very well,
mate.
doesn't
It's apart from Dan, to be
course.
fair, because he's a southern one. He's not a real one, is he? But it's
Ooh.
just
What are you
like
talking
they're-
about, mate? What are you talking about?
exactly.
I'll have you, mate.
Just
I'm
wanna
not you
welcome
straight
Steve and
out.
Gerald.
I'm
Oh,
not
he's
you
not
straight
It's
talking
out.
just some of it, they're so unbearable. It's just like, Jesus, like if they win all four this season, if they win all four this season, we might as well just go and fly in the Bermuda Triangle.
I really don't think they will now, and that's me being impartial.
Hopefully.
They could get the treble though without the Premier League. They could
we
get
don't
the
want
FA Cup, League Cup they've already got, and the Champions
Sadly,
League.
they got the League
quite
Cup,
easily
yeah.
do that. Yeah, well, Arsenal didn't do too great, did they?
League Cup. Austin, what do you think of the game?
Hello.
Hello.
This easy, really. So what I will say, sorry if I pronounce the names wrong. Everyone knows I'm really bad with names. So Roman Yaremchuk and am I right in saying, is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the.
Yeah?
Yeah, I couldn't help. Yeah, I think that's all right.
Yeah, it is. I think. Yeah.
I've got that right. And so it was him and Darwin Núñez that scored the 2 goals for the visitors.
Charles Darwin.
Yeah.
The evolution of Benfica.
Well, it made it. So that leveled the game. But to be honest, what I think is that was just like a routine eating for Klopp, like for Klopp's side. Obviously, because he decided to rest Van Dijk, Mane, Alexander-Arnold, Robertson, and Salah. But then obviously, like from the start, and in a rotated team. So, on Liverpool's behalf, yes, they done well, but Benfica, like I will say, they did fight. So yeah.
Well, Benfica definitely did fight, not as much as Atletico Madrid, but we'll come to that anyway in a bit.
Yeah,
Any comments?
We do.
Chat saying?
We have comments. We have Abdi
Hello.
saying,
Abdi.
he says, "Evening, lads. Good
Evening.
evening."
Good
Yes.
evening.
Then we have Matt that says, "Evening,
Hey, Matt.
guys. Benfica getting up a fight. Shame that they couldn't go through." Do agree
Yeah,
there, Matt?
I agree.
Would it be nice to see them through?
I'm
actually?
not too happy you said that. Not too happy with that.
Why? You're a Liverpool
Oh,
fan or
shush
something?
Of
Oh,
course.
shush you.
Did you guess?
Of course.
Of course. So,
no.
Hello, Stephen Gerrard.
I thought
I
someone
didn't know
had just
that
shut
was
the
our
door.
special
Sorry.
Any other comments before we move on?
Yeah, Abdi said, "Think United have a decent chance of getting Nunes. Doesn't mean it will happen, but just an opinion."
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
dear.
know. I've had this conversation with Abdi earlier in the week, and it is a very good point. But what really baffles me is if Nunes is going to want to play Conference League football.
Yeah. After being in the
Um,
Champions League and going to the quarterfinals, you know. And Conference
Just,
League football is not guaranteed yet.
Just the Conference League football, and he's going to say he's probably shaking his head, sitting there at the minute. But as the table
Shaking his head.
stands, the massive Manchester United are going to be in the Conference League. So I just don't see, personally, I just don't see Manchester United playing in the
Beautiful.
Conference League attracting someone like that, especially if other teams that are still in the Champions League come
Might get
knocking.
Calvert-Lewin.
I don't know. Calvert-Lewin may even struggle there, mate.
I mean, Championship versus Conference football. I mean,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I was more
he
thinking
ain't been
someone
great
like Harry
lately
Kane.
Harry Kane did
Harry-
Conference.
Right, because he's used to playing in the Conference League, isn't he? Like,
Well, he's used to playing Thursday night football full stop.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I don't
he's
know.
experienced, isn't he?
Yeah, obviously.
But on a serious note, Man United have got a chance of getting Nunes, but probably more Santiago Nunes from goal.
Yeah. Right, moving on to the next game, and these will be Liverpool's opponents. George, Bayern Munich knocked out by the Great Yellow Submarine. Hey, what did you think? No one expected that. And people, we've talked about this. People have been underestimating Villarreal, including probably some of us here.
Not me.
Thank you, George.
Not me. I've been saying that.
It wasn't me.
I've been saying a lot of people have been disrespectful about Unai and Villarreal. All right, the old lady was put into her retirement home before that. They done what? They beat Juve, and they've gone to Germany and knocked out Bayern Munich, who are no mugs. So
What was that voice about? Gone to Germany.
yeah, gone to Germany. Right, so even though got half of the Tottenham team, unfortunately, right, but fair play to Villarreal. They don't actually play like a Spanish team. I think that's why they're probably doing as well. Because the way Unai Emery has them set up, they don't attack like how, say,
Gone to Germany.
Pardon?
Hey, you were stretched out there, Dan.
That was weird. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Really weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You sound like you're
they
from Birmingham at the
Actually
minute.
played Germany, bloody hell. But Bayern Munich at their own game. So fair play to Emery. Obviously coming from an Arsenal supporter, where he was our manager, there's a lot of Arsenal fans saying, "Oh well, we could have put Emery." So, I don't know. I don't think Liverpool would be that easy against Villarreal. I really don't. I think it'd be like the odd goal. A lot of people saying, "Oh, it's the easiest tie of the round." We'll come to the other game with Real Madrid, but I don't think Villarreal is that easy.
No, and I think it's one thing, like I said to you, is that there's easiest tie and there's easiest tie. Like on paper, you could say Villarreal are the easiest, but sometimes who's easiest on paper could be the toughest, really. Connor, looking at Villarreal still, I mean, they've beaten Manchester United, didn't they? Yes, they did. Yes, it was that's the 11-10 penalties victory, which I'm sure if Abdi was here, he'd tell us it was a fantastic victory, really, for Villarreal.
Big Dave.
But, what do you think? Even if to get to the semi-final of the Champions League after winning the Europa League, Villarreal has achieved a lot this season, and including last season's Europa League victory too.
It is a massive achievement. I think, as you said, people have and they always do. They always underestimate the smaller teams, and this is why people enjoy, even the FA Cup, for example. There's always an underdog that kind of makes it, and I think they are. And Liverpool will have a challenge. I don't doubt that they'll win, to be honest with you. But it's not going to be a sort of Benfica win, is it? You might get a 2-0 or maybe even a 2-1.
Yeah.
I could really see that. I think people need to, the Liverpool fans generally. I don't think they can count their lucky stars just yet. That they do have a tough team ahead that has proven that if you can knock out Munich, you can do anything really, and they will feel that. The fans will feel that as well more than anything else.
Definitely. And Dan, moving on to Bayern Munich, how disappointed will they be? Because at the end of the day, they've had all their players on the pitch, all the big boys, and still they couldn't manage it. So
They got mullered.
Well, they definitely got mullered. Thomas Muller. Muller Rice did not show up. What did you think of Bayern? I mean, it was a big blow for them.
I think they probably went in maybe expecting to come out the other side with the win. But I think it's just when you're playing against a team that you don't really see that often in that sort of stage of the Champions League, you don't know what they're about. And that's why maybe it's harder to predict what they're going to do. And in another way, as a Liverpool fan, you think easy tie, but no, I think you'd rather have Bayern Munich because you sort of know what they're going to do. We don't know what these are going to do. It's sort of not the team that we normally play against. They're unpredictable. So, they've got, I'd say, honestly, they've got a chance.
Yeah, well, Yellow Submarine.
Honest Liverpool fan. Bloody hell.
We'll find out. We'll go to semi-final predictions later. Austin, what did you think of the game, of Villarreal Bayern? What's your thoughts?
So I'll be completely honest. I didn't actually watch this game, but
Rubbish. Sack him.
No, but I remember from obviously our preview show.
That's the producer.
Where
we don't pay him, thankfully.
Where is my pay actually? From the preview show. I remember saying, I think it was something along the lines of, I hope that Bayern get through, but I still trust that Villarreal can do something, to which they did. They proved, that they can.
Yeah, you said it, Unai Emery we trust, and yeah, there we go. It happened. And most of us doubted you.
Emery's at the wheel.
Emery's at the... No.
No.
Just no.
Every time I say someone's at the wheel, they get the sack. So
we'll ask Abdi how he feels about that.
But yeah, no, like people have said, mate, Villarreal, yeah, they challenging game next game of theirs in the Champions League. So, but we'll see what happens on the day.
What are the people saying, Austin?
The people are saying this.
Abdi's probably swearing at me.
He's probably not happy to be picked on.
Abdi said good evening.
Oh,
what again?
He said that again.
Yeah. Okay. But he put a B there, so
That's a good evening.
What?
Hey?
Dan just comes out with random stuff.
No, his manager didn't speak any English.
It sounded like a minion just joined our show. Like.
You ain't met Dan, have you?
No. So Matt said that that was a shock on the review. Last time I put Bayern through, was just thinking that the quality that they have would have seen them over the line. Maybe Unai might have trouble. He's not beaten Liverpool. So,
yes, good point.
Did you say he's not beaten Liverpool?
No, he's not.
Wasn't he in charge of Sevilla when they beat Liverpool in the Europa League final?
Yeah, he was. I believe.
Oh dear.
Might have been.
Oh dear. Oh, we're going to have to get the factual calculator.
I believe he was.
One thing I will say about Villarreal as well, they don't concede many goals. So
yeah, that is
true. Be broken down in a different way to what teams normally, like Liverpool. Yeah, they've got Salah, Mane, Firmino, Minamino, Jota, Diaz, whoever else. But
Just a short list.
it's not going to be one of those things where just turn up for me. And I think that's the problem what Juventus and Bayern Munich have done with Villarreal.
What else do we got in the comments?
We have Matt Roberts said, Abdi, my fault, said Bayern have been rubbish over the tie and have shown their frailties. Fair play, Villarreal, but Liverpool will cruise to the final.
Okay.
Matt Roberts put fair play to Villarreal. They will be the dark horses for now, along with Abdi saying, it's a UCL show, lads. We beat them home and away. I think that was meaning the comment earlier about Man United.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Roberts has said it might depend on which Unai Emery team turns up.
That's a good point as well.
The one that couldn't hit a barn door unless it was 40 yards out, or the team that blows teams away.
Mm-hmm.
Abdi said that Unai Emery was at
Sevilla.
That's the one, Sevilla. Thank you. Lottie has joined us.
Hello.
Lottie. Hi, Lottie. She put evening all. Good evening, Lottie. Matt put that was his only victory against Klopp, the final against Seville. His only victory was for Seville versus Klopp, but he hasn't done it since.
Okay. Right. Well, there we go. That's the first semi-final bracket we've looked at. Now we're going to go to the second one. And first, we're going to go to Connor. We're going to go to Real Madrid, Chelsea. And it was a, tie of two legs, if that can be used as a phrase, because the first leg, Real Madrid pretty much had it over Chelsea. Chelsea did not turn up at all. Absolute rubbish. We were awful. We didn't do much. Just scored that consolation goal, and nothing. And then came the leg in Madrid, where basically everything was turned on its head. Chelsea went full speed ahead. Timo Werner once again continued to learn how to score, and Chelsea nearly got through. But at the end, Real Madrid's goal in extra time has caused Chelsea to lose their composure. But still, what a tie that was. What do you think?
Classic Chelsea game, to be honest with you. I mean, they can blame whoever they want. The simple fact is, whatever the ref did, they should never have had the chance to bottle that game, because they were easily through. I mean, Chelsea tend to, they'll lead in a game, and then you go away for half an hour because, I was doing something the other day. They were ahead. I was thinking, so they're through. Then I got back, and it turns out they'd lost, but on aggregate, you think, how is that allowed to happen? Because Chelsea, I know they're going through a lot right now. I don't feel too bad for them now, but they're going through a lot. But even before then, we beat them. West Ham beat Chelsea. Come on, they need to sort themselves out, I think, and. They ultimately they deserve to get chucked out. To be honest with you, if that's the way they're going to play, because it was not good play from them ultimately.
Okay, moving on then, Dan. Let's get your view on this. I mean, when it comes to Chelsea, you kind of look at that performance in Madrid and kind of going, "That's the performance you should have put at home. Why couldn't you do that?"
Yeah, definitely. The second game, it was like watching a different team. I think the first game was shocking. I think it was Real Madrid on the pitch and only Real Madrid, if I'm honest. But the second game was like, that is Chelsea. You know they can play at that level. So you kind of wonder why they didn't do that in their own stadium. And it's just interesting how it changes from them doing nothing to, they were all over Real Madrid. And if they hadn't scored the goals, Chelsea would have been through, and Chelsea had a disallowed goal, which probably didn't make them feel great. But, it's two totally different teams, and it just shows that the Champions League is still the elite competition, and the elite teams, there's never one elite team that's guaranteed to go through. When you put two against each other, there'll always be a surprise.
Yes, and I think the tie will always be interesting because you never know what will come your way, like we've seen this one. George, looking at Real Madrid, I mean, yes, okay, they were missing Militao in the second leg, but the man rescued them. The man that's been incredible most of this campaign, good old Karim Benzema. How vital was he to that team?
He was very vital to that team, but one player that has to get some credit in that second leg is, he's an ex-Spurs player, and Luka Modric. That man is a baller. Like that ball,
that was incredible.
That ball, like you will never ever see a pass like that. Probably not in the next 10 years. Like the pass he made with the side of his foot at that pressure time in the game. Like, mate, like. I've said it for a while. On these days, Modric is one of the best midfielders in the world. On his day, and how old is he now? 34.
I was going to say, I like that before this game, everyone's going, Modric, part of the very aged side, they're too old, they're getting on a bit. And then he does this. It's like, he kind of heard them comments and went, okay, let me show you something then.
Like, Modric, I've watched, because I watch quite a bit of La Liga as well, and he's been playing quite well in Spain, like in the league as well. So, like, but Benzema, just, if I've said it, like, what he done against Chelsea kind of won that. He won that tie on their own because obviously, like in the first leg, it was over. Like, I thought Chelsea got sanctioned in the first leg, not the whole club, but they were just nowhere to be seen. They got obviously they had the goal, but
consolation.
And then they come out like a stick, and it was all Tommy Tuchel. He was like, we got no chance. So that's why they come out and went bang, bang, bang. It was mind games. But then, obviously, Benzema, was it Rodrigo, wasn't it, first?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rodrigo scored, then that kind of dented their confidence. I remember you on the group, was like, it's over, it's over.
I knew it was. I could tell you, mate.
You was just shouting down the message. You was like, no, it's over.
Done.
Oh, they were the best messages going, honestly.
But then Benzema scored and 3-2. I thought the disallowed goal was a bit harsh, personally.
It was
I'm not. But I'm glad Madrid won because I hope every English club loses. So,
all right, moving on to Austin. What did you think of the whole tie?
You know what? I think it was probably one of the most interesting Champions League games I'd ever watched. And I don't watch a lot of Champions League games.
Did you not watch City?
Well, I was going to say.
That was even more entertaining. To be honest, I thought I turned on the boxing, not something else. But we'll get on to that.
It's more like WrestleMania, but you'll go on to that.
Yeah, we'll get on to that. But no, do you know what? I have to give massive, and it pains me to say, I have to give credit to Chelsea. I do.
There you go, he's done it now. Move on.
Yeah, pain's over. There we go, like an injection, sorted.
Oh God, sterilise me, please. The thing is, they played so well, and then Benzema just did that little sneaky thing that he always bloody does, and gets that last minute thing in.
But Benzema gets the credit for that, but he shouldn't that much. Like, because if Modric don't lay that on a plate for him, I
was going to say that Modric should take that.
Modric is doing.
I can't see it, obviously, so from a visual point of view. But from everything I've heard and the descriptive commentary that, Modric, I can't. Sounds like I'm going to need tissues in a minute because of how, I'm not going to lie, that pass was probably the best pass I've ever heard, in a pressured situation in a game. Because it's not like it was just if Real Madrid was 2 or 3-0 up and there was nothing on the game, then yeah. But that goal got them through. It wasn't no small pressure.
And if they can pull these goals out at such crucial moments, they certainly should be feared.
Fair play, Benzema did well. Brilliant play. He scored the goal. But Modric, Benzema, I hope Benzema bought him a couple of bottles of wine because he owed him.
Some sangria.
Do you know what? With George's statement right there, I really wish there was a inspirational music button as he was saying that. Honestly, it was so inspirational. No, but still, I feel, and George, you might not agree with me.
No, I don't agree.
Hubert, you'll definitely agree because you're just a Chelsea fan anyway. So, but I do feel that Chelsea actually deserved to win that game. They deserved to.
They did win the game.
No, you know what I mean. Go through.
But they did win. They won, but they lost.
They won, but they lost.
3-2.
Honestly,
Chelsea are all about equality, mate. They win a game and lose a game.
Like what Abdi's just said on one of the comments, I was literally just about to say, but he put it in the comments. Real Madrid versus Chelsea was peak Champions League energy. That right there was a Champions League game.
And you're tapping something, so you can clearly hear you mean business.
I mean business. Hella business.
Yeah, I agree. Benzema versus Chelsea was quite good in the first leg, and then
Benzema
versus Chelsea. Benzema versus Air.
Hot Air, yeah.
I don't think it was hot, mate.
But it was a good game, to be fair. It was that bad. Even Ceballos, come on.
I think the funniest bit about that game was the fact of someone me and George know went to the game, and they're a Chelsea fan, and I think the best thing is when I saw on Facebook that he was sitting around a bunch of Madrid fans. Like there wasn't a single Chelsea fan in sight.
Oh dear!
Because they're quite welcoming though. Because out there you can do that.
So. He's proper celebrating the Chelsea goals and everything, and he's like, and everyone's just looking at him like, oh, yeah, go for it, mate. Go for it. Do you know what I mean? They really just did not care.
It's good though.
Yeah, that's what you want to see.
It's good. Do you know what I mean? Because if that was
if you were doing that in a North London derby,
yeah.
If you're an Arsenal fan in the Tottenham end, yeah.
I mean, there's been incidents recently. Haven't there, where people have been sitting in the wrong ends and things like that, and you know it's kicked off. But for that, it shows great mutualness, if you get what I mean. So yeah.
Have we got anything else in the comments?
So on to some comments now. Abdi said, "Imagine winning at the Bernabeu."
Yeah,
Bernabeu, but still getting knocked out. Feel for them a bit because that's a shitty way to go down. Modric is the king of the outside foot pass. Shouts out to Kareem. Feasted on hopes and dreams of PSG and Chelsea. And that Modric's assist was for Rodrigo, not Benzema.
All right, whoever then. It was still...
It was still fantastic.
It was still a bloody good pass.
Yeah. I don't care if it was for Rodrigo or Robinho. It was still... It was or at the Bernabeu. It was still Modric. I agree. He's the king of the outside foot. Benzema gets all the credit, but Modric should get equal for me.
Yeah. So Matt Roberts commented, if you wanted an advert for the Champions League, you'd show this game off to people.
Yeah,
he's right. He is right there.
True, yeah.
Benzema's Madrid's get out of jail cards pretty much single-handedly got them from no knockout at the group stage to a semi-final.
He's their replacement for Ronaldo, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, except for he's just not smashing a phone. So yeah.
All right. Well, move on to the last quarter-final.
I can't wait to talk about this.
The Wanda Metropolitano Stadium yesterday witnessed follow-up to WrestleMania, George, with Atletico Madrid. I mean, we can talk about the first leg. We can, if you want to. But, boy, that second leg... I mean, we've talked about this morning. Atletico were just being Atletico. They're being violent, dirty, you know. But that's what Atletico is, and that's what football in the 1970s was. So it's not really that shocking. But yeah, what did you think of it?
Who is it?
You, George.
Can I be a pain? Can you come to me last? Because I've got quite controversial things to say about it. I want to hear everyone else's opinion.
Some people can't get the stuff. Okay, no, Jan, basically, what do you think of the game since we got? Yeah, what did you think of WrestleMania?
Standard Atletico performance, to be honest.
Oh my god!
You know they've got to do something like this. They cannot play a good football without causing a scene. And I think what makes it more funny, and I know it's not 100% related to the Champions League, but at the weekend when they were saying after the game, Liverpool City, that Liverpool and City were like boxers, like getting up and all that. Well, it's broke into a fight, isn't it? It's like someone was predicting the future, and City obviously wanted the fight. They've gone there and they were ready. You know, Atletico obviously thought, right, okay, if that's what they're like, let's have a fight because that's what we do. So, yeah, it was WrestleMania was very interesting. I don't think the game, other than Atletico being Atletico, there was not much over the two legs, really. It was a standard 1-0 aggregate. But, yeah, Atletico showed themselves up again. I think they don't look great on paper as a team when they come to throwing themselves up the floor and fighting each other and everyone else and the other players. But you expect it. It's Atletico.
We might hear a scream from Connor any minute.
Go on. I've not been looking.
Oh,
West Ham have just scored.
Oh, yes. Get in.
There's the scream we wanted.
My little sister's sleeping.
No,
But
I was
yeah,
gonna say
I
that,
would
yeah,
love
such
to.
Right, Connor,
Such
moving on
a-
to to WrestleMania tie. My favourite thing was someone from Atletico, from the Atletico staff, went, "Oh, I don't like City's defensive performance," and I went,
Yeah.
"Hang on a second. You know, the way Atletico played, he won't that. I mean, what's your thoughts?"
Yeah, I have to be honest. I didn't watch that game, but I can tell you from the aftermath. You know, it was they kind of City deserved the win ultimately, but Atletico got what they deserved. They're going to play like that. City can play just as well. Ultimately City, are a good team all round, and the fact they won really didn't surprise me, to be honest with you. But I would love a Liverpool City final, to be honest with you. I'd love that. It'd be probably the best game in the Champions League.
No thanks.
George, are we allowed to come to you now, or do you want Austin to go with his opinion comments
No,
first before
Get
you?
Austin to do it first,
Right, Austin, what do you think of the game?
and then I'll do it
Have you
after.
got-
You
Have
better
you
be
got
good.
20 minutes? No, I'm not even going to talk about the game because obviously
Okay.
the number one talking point is obviously the Rocky Balboa movie. Atletico Madrid, disgusting.
Yeah, this is what I
Simple
wanted.
as that. Nah, disgusting. I'm being deadly serious, right? So you commit a foul, right? I'm ranting now. Okay, you commit a foul on Phil Foden, right? Foden is in pain, and you can tell he's in pain. He's screaming, and all of a sudden, the bloody Cabbage or whatever, or Cabbage, whatever his poxy name is, Savile, whatever his fucking name is, right? No, I'm being serious here because the
Come
way
on,
I
get
look
on
at
with
it,
it.
Get on with
right,
it.
this guy, no, I'm ranting. Let me rant. Right?
Get
I'm
on with
ranting.
it then. You ain't said anything
Okay.
yet.
Savage was disgusting. Foden is in pain. He was literally screaming. Savage comes along, drags him along like he's a dog on the end of a lead. Like, no wonder all the other Man City players have come over and started. Do you get what I mean? Foden is clearly injured. You don't go up to an injured player, drag him across the floor to try and get him to stand up. Because if Foden was to do that to Savage, then Atletico Madrid would kick off. Do you see my point? And then it's not even that. It's more the fact of they've all learnt their lesson. They've all been carded and whatnot after the punch up and whatnot. Jack Grealish coming along. It was the only time he'd ever actually hit the pitch, like for Man City at that point. Like all yellow cards and red cards and whatnot. Not even that. They get down the tunnel. One of the bloody Man City coaches starts giving it to Atletico Madrid, and then it kicks off again. And I'm thinking, this is a wonderful Champions League. I thought I've tuned into the wrong program here. Like, honestly, Atletico Madrid the club needs to be fined for that misdemeanor against Man City. They really do.
For being Atletico.
For being Atletico. They are arseholes. Arseholes. They don't deserve to play football. Simple as that. Get rid of them.
Right.
What do you expect from Atletico Madrid, huh?
What do you expect?
What an entrance! What an entrance!
What do you
Abdi,
expect?
can I
Mate,
say,
no, I was in the
Mark,
comment. I wanted to come
now.
and listen. I wanted to get involved with this one.
Shush, Abdi.
So let George
Abdi.
speak. Let
I've
George
never
speak. Go
heard
on.
so much bullshit from a comment ever.
No, sorry if you don't agree with my opinion, but that's my opinion.
I completely do not.
I mean, I'd
agree.
like to go I would like to go for any comments on the video, but George has teased his speech, so off you go.
I'll let
That's
Jules
it.
talk and then I'll do some comments.
All right.
Are you doing comments first?
No, you speak
Okay,
first
right.
because
So-
you're going to take about 20 minutes.
I won't because it's right. So I keep hearing how what Atletico done was disgusting or embarrassing.
It
I
was.
shouldn't be allowed. They should be banned.
Yeah.
Okay. What they done wasn't right, and they played the dark arts of football to the extreme. There was a game Arsenal played Man United a few years ago where they all threw pizza and attacked each other.
That's just
So-
funny
And why is that funny?
Yeah.
because pizza's involved.
Because it's Atletico. You
'cause
said about
well-
Foden, mate. Foden got done, yeah, but he knew what he was doing. He rolled
He was
back on the
time-wasting.
pitch. Like if that was Foden and an Atletico top, would people be saying stuff?
But it's not even that. It's more
course
the
not.
fact. It's more the fact Savage dragged him off the pitch. I get
Because he was
that.
already off the pitch. He
I get
literally
that.
the
Because he
foul
was
took
off the
place.
pitch.
He
Yeah, no.
rolled back onto the pitch. That's why, and he was trying to waste
I
time
get-
like that.
I
He
get
was just
that.
telling
but
him to get off the pitch.
Still, this is the way I look at it. The
And just to let
commenta-
you know, it's Uncle Ben time, 2-0.
the commentators
Ben?
said.
Oh,
Ben
Rice! Yes, Declan. Let's go.
So the commentator said that Savage was actually trying to drag Foden to stand up. Like it wasn't dragging him off the pitch. He was basically telling him to stand up. Like
Yeah, well, what's wrong with that? He wants to get on with the game, mate.
I think the
Respect is
funniest
savage.
was when Jack Grealish went and called him a C.
No, hold on. Let me talk about it.
Yeah, and then he got his hair yanked,
Mm.
and
Yeah,
he
right.
deserved that.
Right,
You don't go around calling
Everyone's
people
moaning
that.
about because Goldilocks put himself into the fight because he got his hair pulled.
I like Jack
Like-
Grealish.
They were out of order. I'm not saying Atletico wasn't. I'm not saying, but everyone's moaning, saying, "Oh, they should be banned." Like Jamie whatever his name is, O'Hara, Jamie O'Clickbait. Like he says, "Oh, they should be banned." Why? So why was Arsenal and Man United not banned for throwing pizzas and all that stuff? Why was
To be fair, I was in
Um,
2004 away in the year
Yeah,
2022.
that was.
But
Yeah,
sure,
like,
No, I know,
I
but
get it. I get
time
time
changes.
goes on,
Like,
but-
the time does go on. Like an instant
Alright,
like that. If it was
maybe-
more recent, then sure. But
maybe
that I
not
feel like
that.
that's not the best example right now in terms of.
I
Maybe
don't
not
that.
personally.
But
don't think
to be
they
fair,
should be banned.
Atletico do that though. Atletico, they know what
always
they're
played
doing.
like that.
Listen, I didn't like Atletico because the way they played against us in at Old Trafford, they basically just threw themselves on the floor. It wasn't violent or anyway, but they knew what they were doing. Anytime they got touched, they'll throw themselves to the floor. They'll waste time. They'll crowd the referee. They know what they're doing to a T. Get on the
That
fans'
sounds like
back.
Man
and
United
everything.
years ago.
maybe,
You're like
maybe.
Mr.
But the way Atletico go about it is different levels. They basically park the bus as well. But no, to be fair, Foden knew what he was doing. I said in my comment,
Thank you.
Foden, the little shit, instigated violence at that point. He
Yeah, he did.
literally
He could've
rolled
caused a
back at the
riot.
foot. He did. But the thing is, Foden. I was saying Foden got bullied pretty much all game long. So he knew what he was
Bless
doing.
him.
To be fair, he knew what he was doing. I just want to quickly say the red card for Felipe. I don't agree that he should have got booked for a second yellow. Maybe he should have got booked twice earlier on in the match, sure, and maybe the red card was warranted overall in terms of the whole game for himself. But in that incident itself, I feel like it was a fair challenge that he actually won the ball. He might have caught him a little bit, but I don't think it warranted a yellow, which in turn ended up with a sending off. So.
One thing I
Well-
will say about the game as well. So I thought Atletico were the better team for 80 minutes of it. If we're actually going to talk about the game,
They did quite well. They took the game to City at times.
And everyone's whining and bitching about, oh, the player's done this, the player's done that. No offense, there's an official on the pitch, so if it was up, but maybe day people should be having a go at him. But the other one they should be having a go at is the geezer on the touchline.
Yeah, who was he? What's he doing?
Like causing a war.
Yeah,
Like
Simeone.
singing songs
Typical
about
Diego.
Guardiola. Like
He was
about
riling him up.
CUNT and he's all other offensive stuff. And Simeone's standing there conducting it like he's at the orchestra.
That's the thing.
Man.
Atletico have, ever since he went there, they have an identity. It's built in his image. His whole team, the fans, they know what they get with him. They go in like they're dirty. They're just go for it really, and they're defensive. They're hard to beat.
On the pitch. Who's he?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Was he the solicitor or something? Like, I don't know, I gotta be here.
No, I think what it was, if I remember correctly, I think some fans actually jumped onto the pitch and started.
I don't know. Chris Sutton said it was Kojo.
Because the thing is, when they were fighting, I've got a video clip uploading at the minute to show. But as they were fighting, they were sort of bringing the fight closer and closer and closer to where the fans were. Like, they really weren't helping the situation at all.
My favourite bit was after the final whistle.
I've literally got a video processing at the minute that someone sent me. They sent it to me and they said, "Oh, use this video in your show," and I was like, "All right, let me process it through." So it's just processing, but carry on and I'll play it.
They are scum. Don't get me wrong, Atletico Madrid. What they've done with clubs,
they play like they always have done.
But that's them. Like I really don't get this jump on the bandwagon, ban them. No.
I don't think they should get back.
I thought it was good with night 3 of WrestleMania. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
They've always been the same though in like the way they do things.
It's
I
not
remember when
changed.
we played them at the Emirates in Europa League. They were that bad, and when they had, I can't even remember who's playing for them. Like, it was when we played them in the semi-finals. They were that petty that when we went to take a corner, they nicked the corner flag, so we had to wait 2 minutes until we could play.
That's the thing, though. You know what you're getting when you get Atletico Madrid. When you draw them, you know what you're getting.
Yeah. Guardiola's throwing his toys out his pants, saying, "Well, they picked on my players." Well, no.
Well, they will pick on the opposition's players, though. That's Atletico. It's unsurprising. None of this is shocking. None of this is something that we haven't seen before either.
He's always got something to say.
I didn't realise how hated Guardiola was by Atletico.
He's Barcelona, so and
that's the thing that made me laugh and shook my head. Like, everyone's going off on one about what the players are doing, and you can hear the Atletico fans are getting louder and louder, just singing such offensive stuff. Even on the radio, Hubert, I don't know if you heard it. Like, sorry about the obviously the offensive chants about Pep Guardiola, and then Chris Sutton's like, he's conducting them.
Yeah, Simeone did not care. Simeone was like, "Yes, sing it, sing your hearts out for this."
It's like Phantom of the Opera. I was waiting for Simeone goes sing.
It's quite artistic, really. Like, as disturbing as it was a bit like artistic from like.
As much as could be expected, yeah.
Oh, it's Simeone.
Just lucky Simeone didn't try and steer like Guardiola.
He loves to leave his mark, though.
That's a bit like you when you don't get served. You're like, drink.
Right.
So yeah,
I wouldn't want Simeone over here though. That's
oh God, no.
So just for the viewers, the
Austin,
video,
why is your light off?
my light's on.
Oh, I just see a dark screen on your thing.
Okay.
No, my light's on. So just for the viewers, I got sent this video. It's all up on YouTube and whatnot, but someone that went to the game and they had pretty much first row seats. So I'm going to play the video and just see what you lot think of it, really. Obviously, yeah. So
Stone cold.
Well, there we go. I mean,
You
Thoughts?
deserved it.
Apparently, it's getting worse for Barcelona, and I can't see the score, but Frankfurt are winning
2-0.
even more, apparently. Yeah,
excellent.
Come
getting
on,
worse.
Frankfurt!
Go on,
the
get it. then.
Furters, up the Furters. Let's go.
Obama who?
Obama what?
Fantastic.
Obama, Mikel Arteta was right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Absolutely. Right then.
The tunnel incident, man. The tunnel. They literally scrapped in the tunnel after the match as well, which was beautiful.
That was because the Man City coach started giving it to Atletico Madrid, and it all kicked off again. And,
Simeone'd come through. Come on, then.
Come on, let's have you.
I
Yeah.
think that's what Matt said. Matt literally just just 3 comments from Matt.
So let's go through the comments before we move on to predictions.
He said, "Have to disagree. Foden was trying to play smart, and Savic."
Read my comments too.
Yes.
Sorry. Atleti left the bus at home and went for it. And Foden got bullied all game. The little shit.
Yeah, I said that one.
Instigated violence.
That's fairly true, to be fair.
He said, Abdi, you also said it was more of a Royal Rumble crossed
Royal.
with a UFC fight.
Welcome,
Yeah,
Roy
it was,
Hodgson.
yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
that one. It was
Roy's
more
turned
of
up.
a Royal Rumble crossed with a UFC
Roy.
fight.
Royal
It
Rumble.
was entertaining to watch.
Well, yeah, of course. It was Roy's the boy. You know how it is. Roy's the boy.
Welcome to the show, boy.
Royal Rumble.
I'm very proud. I hope
What
I
a
don't get
brilliant
sacked too
performance.
soon.
Anyway.
So yeah, no. Matt said end-to-end stuff, and ended up with everyone kung fu fighting at the end, even in the tunnel after one of the City coaches was having to go at Atletico at one point. Have to disagree. Foden was trying to play smart, and Savic was having none of it. He has every right to push him back off so that he can be treated off field instead of slowing the game
Yeah, I
down.
agree.
Someone was getting sent off in that incident. Felipe had 3 swipes at Foden, and it was the final one which got him the red card. But
3
people
swipes,
forgot
you're
that
out.
Simone was the man. Simeone was the man to make Beckham become the most hated English player in '98. It's what he does.
It's El Diego. It must be the name Diego.
Yeah,
Matt,
must
you
be,
might as
to be
well come and join us, mate.
Leave our backs alone.
Right, well, that was the Champions League quarterfinals. Yes, an hour worth of great stuff. Now we're going to go to predictions. So, going to go around the table. We'll predict the semi-finals. We'll go on the majority vote, and then obviously see who's in the final and predict that as well. Right, Abdi, as you've joined us later,
Hi.
who do you think? Let's go first. Villarreal, Liverpool. What's your thoughts and prediction?
Liverpool to win both ties. Well, yeah, Liverpool to go through. Firm on that one.
Okay,
So-
Dan. I mean, I know what you're going to say, but I'm going to ask you anyway.
I'm going to go for 1-1 draw in Spain, and Liverpool to win 1-0 at Anfield.
Okay, so Liverpool for 2 for Liverpool so far. Connor, what do you think?
Actually, I'm with Dan on that. To be honest, I think that's a sensible prediction there.
Okay, 3 for Liverpool now. George, what are we thinking?
I don't want Liverpool to win. Fuck, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to back my man. Villarreal to knock Liverpool out at Anfield.
Wow, Austin.
Villarreal to knock Liverpool out in the first
Yeah, yeah.
That
Well,
submarine's
yeah.
going to carry on.
back Unai Emery all the way. Back him. Like,
I don't see it. I don't see
I
it.
don't-
unfortunately.
Sorry,
I wish.
I don't do if buts or maybes. I do absolutes. Okay.
I
And
don't
if
do
I-
if but maybes.
Right.
I do absolutes.
And if your auntie had balls, she'd be your uncle, but she doesn't, so she's not. So
Okay.
Villarreal
Anyway,
to
I mean, so far on the panel we've gone 3-2 in favour of Liverpool here. So I guess, I mean, I'm not going to go Liverpool. I'd love to see Villarreal pull
come
off
on,
the shot.
Gilberto.
I'm on team.
It's a predictions, not who you want to win.
I'm on Team Unai. I'm on Team Unai here.
Of course,
on,
if it was who do you want to win, I'd say obviously Villarreal, Unai.
Does
Then why would I want Liverpool to go through as a United fan?
Right, as Dermot
Because he's a
O'Leary once said,
closet.
I'm not- shut up.
we're going to deadlock.
Yeah, we're going to deadlock, but we don't have anyone to decide
I'd
it.
say it's
So
Liverpool.
Right, Matt, if you're still here, say
He's going to say Villarreal. It's not even a prediction.
He
that's
don't even
That's
like.
just-
He don't even like.
It's not
Liverpool,
predictions, this
so
is
don't
a
matter.
desire.
Abdi,
thing.
Abdi's getting up in arms about this. We need to move
I
on.
am. This is not predictions. This is
Calm
rigged.
down, Abdi.
Right,
Calm down. It's
right.
only a
While
game.
while we go through,
No, I know.
Villarreal, but not
Okay,
Liverpool,
okay.
Anfield.
Okay, calm down. While we
Fair
go
enough.
through the rest of the predictions, let us know in the comments who you would think will win out of Liverpool and Villarreal. That way we can solve this
Yeah.
deadlock. Abdi can go have his bottle, and he can go to bed, and he can stop having this temper tantrum.
Shut
Okay?
up.
Right. We'll move on to the next tie. See if it causes so much rage. Real Madrid, Man City. Abdi, what's your thoughts and prediction, and anything else you wish to chuck in?
Who would I like to go through, or who do I think is going to go through?
Abdi, we'll talk Real Madrid, Man City. What's your thoughts, prediction, and anything else you want to chuck in?
Okay, who I'd like to go through? Real Madrid, hands down, easy. Who I think can go through? Man City, probably. But they are beatable, so I'm hoping
far.
Real Madrid can do us.
Okay.
Yeah, no, of course, but I think City are beatable.
Okay, so
So,
who are you going for then?
So Real Madrid, though.
No, I said I want Real Madrid to win, but I think City will go through.
I've just asked for one thing. Oh, God.
I
Right.
told
Dan,
you. City's the prediction, but I said I want Real Madrid to win.
Okay, Abdi's... Okay, Dan, who do you think will go through? Who do you want to go through? Who do you... Yeah.
Well, I want Real Madrid to go through because I don't like City, but I think, to be honest, at the Etihad, I'm going for 3-3, and I'm going 3-2 to Real Madrid at the Bernabeu.
Okay.
I reckon we got a good couple of games there.
So you're kind of... Yeah, you're going Real Madrid a bit there more, so... That's more consistent answer. That's easier to... Yeah, George, what do you think?
I gave my answer though.
We gave two. Anyway, George.
I gave one, but yeah.
Who do I want to win? Real Madrid, because I don't want any English team winning. But I would like to see Man City win, because then my prediction of the final can come true.
Okay.
No, I'd hate that,
Yeah, so would I, to be
but
fair.
I think that would happen.
Austin, I mean, I'd like to ask you a prediction, but this feature's fallen to pieces. So yeah, just what do you think? What do you think's going to happen?
I hate to say it, but I'm actually going to go on who's going to go through, and that's Man City.
Wonderful.
As much as I would like Real Madrid to go through, I'm sorry, but it's going to be City. Our deadlock has been solved as well. The person going through to the final is Liverpool.
Okay, so you've got Liverpool, and I think most people here, I think Abdi, you've got Man City, if I'm correct at
Yes.
figuring out.
Yeah, I
whatever
did
We
you
all
say
said.
went
Man
Man
City.
City.
I
apart from
thought,
Dan,
do you know what?
Dan went Real.
I'll do
Dan, I
that.
think you went Real Madrid. George went
What
Man
about
City.
Connor?
Connor
Connor,
hasn't said
what are you
anything.
going for?
Yeah, I think it's gonna the two games are gonna be brilliant games, to be honest with you. But I think City are gonna go through hands down.
City and Austin, what did you say will happen? City as well.
I said City as well. I just thought, you know what? If I've got this deadlock answer, I thought I better do it X Factor style. Add a little pause, add a bit of tension.
Definitely getting no deadlock here. As much as I'm going to go for Real Madrid because they've surprised people. You never know. I
I
predict them
changed
to-
my answer.
Man
Real
City
Madrid.
are allergic to the
No, you
Champions
can't
League.
change your answer.
Man
It's
City
already
are
Right,
done.
allergic to the Champions League. They got
Let's
to the
have
final
another
last
deadlock.
season, but they are allergic to the Champions League. And great Kareem, Benzema, you're going to stop them. So, but still, Man
Luka,
City. won the
To be fair,
majority.
last time they faced off in the semi-final
Mhm.
was 2016, and that was Pellegrini's last season,
Yep.
I believe. So
Mm,
yeah, and Real Madrid did go through, but it's a different Man City to them,
Very different
and
teams.
Man City absolutely destroyed them last time they played each other. So
Okay,
we'll
so
see.
you got Man City, Liverpool in the final, as according to our predictions.
As a predicted one, but we'll do a proper preview when we know
We're
who
going
it's
to do a
going to be.
proper preview, but let's do a quick one.
Go on.
Liverpool, Man City, Abdi. Who's winning that one? Because so far, the two times they played each other, there was
Oh, that's a perfect game for Abdi, this, isn't it?
Abdi's
I-
favourite teams.
I'd rather, mate.
Together with Burnley.
No,
He loves it,
Mate, I'd rather eat glass.
what than love Aguero.
Grass or glass?
glass.
I thought
That
said
can be
grass.
arranged.
I think Liverpool would win in that sort of match.
Dan,
So, yeah.
I mean, I know what you're going to say probably, but go on, give you a chance.
City.
Do you know what
Yeah.
I'm going to say? Do
City.
you really?
City.
I'm going to go
He's going to go Man City.
4-4 after extra time.
What?
and
Wow.
Liverpool to just edge it on penalties.
I mean,
Okay.
if
Only
that's
just.
going to happen,
Are you going for you to be 4-0 down at half time and come back 4-4?
I reckon we'll be 2-1 down at half time.
Okay.
Not
I mean, if
Istanbul,
it's going to be
mate.
8 goals in extra time, by
I think,
extra time of extra
I think
time,
Dan's caught an illness halfway through the show.
No,
and
no, I just.
No,
I
you
think
just scouse.
it'll be a
it's
thriller.
just two
Granted.
teams that are going to really want it. It's going to be a good game. I think City have never had it, but then Liverpool know what it's like to win it, so they're both going to be
True.
out for it.
And you've got to think last time Liverpool was in the final, they won it in the first 20 seconds.
Pretty
went out
much.
against Tottenham.
Yeah, but I mean that was against
I
Tottenham.
think I could
so-
safely say if they're playing Man City, they're not going to win it in 20 seconds.
It's not going to be that, though.
No, that's
Connor,
what I mean.
what
They're
do you
playing a
think?
big club. They're playing a little club then.
They're still not playing a big club, no.
If
It's
Liverpool,
just a big club, a little club dressed up as a big one.
3-0 West Ham.
Wow.
Let's
Oh,
go.
nice
They're
one.
going to.
Come on,
It's going to
West
be West Ham Frankfurt.
And
Forget
that's a very-
Barcelona.
Bowen.
That's winnable tie as well for West Ham, I think.
As
Oh,
it
yeah,
stands,
that
it's
is
West Ham
so winnable.
Frankfurt in the semi-finals.
Mm.
And then I think it's going to be Leipzig Rangers at this point. Well, no, wait, Rangers aren't through yet. It's 1-1.
I have a feeling West Ham could win it. You know, it's just an
I'm
outside.
I'm hoping for them to win
I'd
it. I'm
hope so.
hoping.
So I've
be
got
good
200
story.
quid on that.
I'm
Jamie's
certainly
probably
hoping
having a
for them to
pool
win.
party right now, George.
Connor, what do you
Yeah.
think of Liverpool Man
I
City in the
think
Champions League?
Liverpool's biggest hobby, apart from playing football, is bottling games in the end. So I think City will probably win.
Oh,
That was half a joke, half serious, because the way they play sometimes, they either play really well or they end up just sort of allowing the clubs, i.e. in this case City, to take the lead, and they end up losing sort of 3-2. I think they'd probably lose 3-2.
So you're going for City win, yeah?
Yeah.
So it's 2 for Liverpool, 1 for City so far, George.
So this is hard for me because in my predictions, I didn't say both these were getting to the final.
Yeah.
yeah, because you didn't want it to be an all-English final.
But no, it's not. I wanted Villarreal to get to the final so they can beat both Manchester clubs consecutively in
Hopefully
both
11-10
European
on
tournaments.
penalties.
Well, you
Hey,
never
I
know.
would wipe that Europa League from my memory, and I'll be like, well done, Villarreal, at that point. So if they can beat Man City in the final.
Who do I see? I don't like City that much, but then I don't want that lot to win 4 trophies.
It's like he's on an episode of Countdown.
It's fine. Liverpool will get knocked out of the FA Cup on Saturday, and then after you don't have to worry
No,
about that.
because then I don't want City winning it. I'd rather Palace win that.
I was going to
That's
say,
not
if
gonna
I'd have to choose
Well,
between Palace and
one of
City,
them
I'd
have to
rather
get
Palace.
through. But the thing is, City could still win the Premier League. If City win the Premier League, then afterwards Liverpool don't have hope in doing 4. But then afterwards, someone needs to stop City from winning Champions League or FA Cup, so they don't do a treble.
I
Either
don't
way,
care about treble. That don't matter to me.
well, no, it's to me.
Well, it's my turn, not yours.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on,
Like,
you can speak.
It matters to me now.
It matters to me, damn it.
There's loads of
Alright.
COVID cases and it gets postponed and have to share it.
I hope.
They're
Leave
never
it
gonna have
vacant.
to
Leave
do
it
it.
vacant.
Yeah. No, I'll
Leave it
probably.
vacant.
I have to go for
Give it to
Liverpool.
Villarreal.
Liverpool. He's gone for Liverpool.
But if Villarreal win it, I'm backing them all the way.
So Liverpool so far,
Neither the
the
wheel.
majority. Austin, what are you going for?
How many for Liverpool and how many for City?
3 for Liverpool now, 1 for City.
Hubert, do you want to help me out, mate?
Well, no, I asked you
Right,
first.
you just
Do you want to make
predict
this,
it.
do you want
Just
to,
predict
do you want
it
to make
now.
this a do you want to make this a deadlock again?
No.
No, just
You want to
predict it.
just predict it, mate. Come on.
I think City.
Right, 3-2.
Yeah, but don't
Hubert,
deadlock it.
What do you reckon?
Hubert.
I do not want City winning the Champions League. But
Arsehole.
prediction-wise, I think Liverpool will do it, but it's gonna be far from easy. It ain't be easy. It's gonna be one of these games. It will go to penalties. These teams so far have not. There's been draws both of their games. the next
Do
two
you reckon it'll be a repeat of
they
the?
play on Saturday, and that game has to be won. And obviously the same will be in the Champions League final. And I think Liverpool could
They'll have some of their players back for the final though, if they get through. Like they've got De Bruyne and Walker out of the weekend.
Is De Bruyne out?
Yeah, apparently got injured just
It could be a repeat.
I know Walker's
of-
out, like injured, but yeah, I didn't see De Bruyne.
Yeah,
but
Guardiola just said that De
I'm going for
Bruyne
Liverpool for that
got a
one,
knock.
just about.
Cool. All right.
Just about for that one.
Well,
So there
Matt-
you go.
And Grealish
has
has got to go
just
to
one-
the hairdressers.
Yeah, he does. Needs to sort his his hair out. Just to quickly say, if Villarreal somehow do miraculously manage to win the Champions League, I think they'll be the first team since Porto to win the Europa League. Win the Europa League, then the Champions League. I know Chelsea done Champions League, then Europa League,
Yeah.
but
So being kind
And they'll
of
be
going
the
up,
first
that's what I'm
team.
talking about.
They'll
Yeah.
be the first Spanish team that could end up finishing out the top 8 to win the Champions League.
That'd be mental. They'll
be quite-
save
yeah.
themselves from not having Europe 2 years running because they went from Conference League. Well, they were at Europe. They went from Conference League to Champions League, and going from Champions League to winning it is mad.
And then you have to, it's kind of they'll do what Wigan did. They won the FA Cup and they got relegated.
Oh,
I was
wow,
going to say, when
yeah.
did Wigan win the Champions League?
Not that. Come on, man. Boy, would I
In
love
an
to see
alternate
that.
reality, in an
Yeah.
alternate reality, but no one wants to see Wigan win the Champions League. No offense. Or actually, take offense if you want. But
Right, Austin, before we close the show, have we got comments?
We do. We have Matt. Real Madrid to beat City. They'll probably be looking to win the Premier League title, and they've still got to fight on 3 fronts. Something's got to give way.
hopefully,
Yeah,
Pep's,
Saturday.
Pep's allergic to semi-finals.
I
He's
said that,
admitted it himself. He put in the same spot as me. Nobody to win it, and the trophy is stolen by Arsene Wenger, or decided by,
so taking to his FIFA office,
Yeah.
what's he gonna do with it?
or
So what's
decide-
Yeah.
or decided
Take
by
the
a rock
trophy.
paper scissors tournament instead.
Is that it for comments?
Yes.
Right. Well, thank you all for coming for the Champions League show. Believe it or not, we're back. We're back tomorrow for more Premier League preview action. So
Yes.
wait for long for the next show. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for
Next
commenting.
Champions League show, May 6th.
Thanks for
We'll be
having me.
back straight after the semi-finals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for having me.
Thank you, Connor. Thank you, Dan, Abdi, George, and Austin. Thank you
No
all.
worries, mate.
And
Always a pleasure.
it's been a great show, and we
Never
will
a
see you
chore.
all in 24 hours.
Bye.
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 Is England's priceless gem!
Soon.